Welcome back, family, to Hottor's Chronicles. Here we are, we're about to unbox, or dare I say, rebox, a Citadel Boss25 AR-12 12 gauge shotgun. I mean, it is amazing. We'll talk about all of the great details. Just bear with me as we unbox this outstanding semi-automatic 12 gauge shotgun. So here we are. As we unbox, we reveal the Citadel. Now, most times I'm not usually one to read the manual, but after experience and learning that you got to read the manual when it comes to weapons, okay, when it comes to firearms. So it's very, very important because they tell you exactly what's going on, because these babies are finicky, picky eaters. So example here is a prime example with this AR here. AR-12, firearm requires 1300 FPS ammo to function properly. And yes, anything too low will jam. Anything too high, you have to actually change the piston inside of here. So it's very, very important that you follow that rule. And it has to be 2.5 to 3 inch ammunition, 2.5 or 2 3/4 and 3 inch ammunition. Very important, because if it's too short, it won't cycle properly. So it's very, very important that we do this. And yes, I've already fired this, already broken it in, and I love the way it shoots, love the way it works. So I just want to make sure we're clear here. But for disclosure, there is no sponsorship here. There is no ads. None of this is just me and you going through and experiencing things, experiencing life. And that's what this is all about, okay? So the reason why I bought this self-defense 12 gauge AR style shotgun is that because I already have one. I already have a 12 gauge shotgun pump action, but it has a lot of kick and it eats bullets. Think about it. You got to constantly feed it. Well, semi-automatic allows us to have more actual bullets inside of magazines so that we can quickly feed it and get back into the fight or be able to defend ourselves. So it's very important that we think that through, okay? But also, what do you have in this box is the manual. Very important that you read the manual. It helps you with safety, as well as in particular and specifically how to clean it and load it, etc. So it's very important that you read this thoroughly. Like I said, particularly what to use in it and what you have to change in it in order to use higher velocity rounds. Okay, so it's very important that you read the manual when it comes to this. I had to learn that the hard way. Put the wrong shells in it, and it started having jams. But it's very important that we focus on that. Now, the other reason why I like this is because of the price. The price is right around $400 to $500, under $500 for the most part for the base model. Now, obviously, I've added some accessories to it, and we'll talk about those accessories momentarily, okay? But you can also get this from anywhere, but particularly take a look at sergeantarms.com. You can buy this directly there. I highly recommend the service there as well. So let's go ahead. Enough about it. Let's go ahead and see what we get when we open it. So first, I'm going to set this to the side and we'll talk about the gun itself. But you automatically get 2 5-round mags, 2 5-round magazines. Where you can load them, as you can see here, 2 3/4 inches, and you're able to load those in, right? These are 5-round. Look huge, right? Thought you would be able to put like 10 rounds because you may be used to seeing an AR 15 or when you're able to look at it and see, but no, this is only 5-round magazine. Looks bigger though, but nope, don't be deceived. The other thing is you have muzzle device here, like a choke here to put it on. And then also you have the gas piston, so you can increase for if you want to change the round in here to go from like 1600 and above. You want to put this one in. And then also you have the wrench tool in order to change the nut in there. And then you have in here 3 chokes for your 12 gauge here. And then, of course, this to help unscrew it if it gets tightened. But as you can see, the chokes are labeled here. So you can think about what exactly is a choke. Chokes help you with the spread of the rounds that come out, the pellets that come out of the shotgun shell. You know, and of course, you know, you want something wider to get, let's say, rabbit and things of that nature, or you want something that's tighter, and you can get the right choke to make sure it gets the pattern that you want, okay? So that's very, very important here. Well, all right, enough about talking about the manual and the chokes and all of the accessories that come along with it. I shouldn't say accessories, these are needs, right? But enough about that. Let's talk about the main event, the main course here. And that is this Boss Citadel AR-12, right? This AR-12 is a beautiful piece of machinery here. Look at that weapon system here, starting from the back here. We're going to do a quick walk around so you can see everything and know everything about it, just so you can make a decision if you want to try one of these out, okay? Yes, indeed. So let's go ahead. First off, always, let's make sure that this is a safe and clear weapon. As you can see here, it's on safe right there. But then also you can see that there's no magazine, and also there's nothing in the chamber. So I want to make sure that you see that we're dealing with a safe, clear weapon, okay? So we're just going to show you that. That's always very, very important. Safety first, y'all. So let's go ahead and do a walk around, and we'll start from the back here. We have the buck stop right here. Now it's stationary, which means it does not slide back or forward or anything like that. It stays in place. Now, what it does offer is that you're able to raise this piece here to put it into closer to your face as you're shouldering it. So you can go ahead and have that additional point of contact, and you'll use this screw to lower it up or down, okay? So you see it'll slide down here or move up. So just one way of adjusting it so you can be even more comfortable here. Now moving further up the body here, this AR body. So again, this is a 12 gauge shotgun on an AR body. And why is that important? Well, for me, I like to have that muscle memory to where if I go from one weapon system to another weapon system, I have that muscle memory. I don't have to say, oh, I forgot to do this. Oh, that's a little different. Oh, no. I have that comfortability between the AR rifle, AR shotgun, and AR pistol as well, okay? Don't have the pistol yet, but just want to let you know that's a thought of mine, right? So, but all of that consistency. So I know exactly what I can get and what I need to do and where, okay? So moving further up here, you have the slide lock mechanism, slide release and locking mechanism, okay? Just like an AR. So you press it here, okay? You can see it there. And as you release it, move it forward. Now, yes, if I was chambering around, I would let it go ahead and let the slide just shoot forward. The reason why I didn't do it here is empty, so I don't want to keep hitting it like that and causing any damage, okay? So here we are. As you can see, this AR body is just beautiful, and the pistol, the grip here allows you to maneuver it and make it even more tactical. Okay, so let's keep going here. So as you move a little further up, you'll see that we have the M-LOK system on the bottom here. You can use that to add accessories, and as you can see, I've already done that. And it has a Picatinny rail here, Picatinny rail on top as well, okay? So you can make it even more tactical. So here's the Picatinny on top and at the bottom here. Now, again, I'm highlighting and focusing on the items that come out the box, and then I will go ahead and talk about the accessories that I've added onto it. So here, you can see the shroud. This shroud allows you, when you twist it, it allows you to disassemble the weapon so you can clean it. And also right here, you can go ahead and put a choke in here that we spoke about a little bit earlier. So on the other side here, you have the slide that we talked about, and then here's that AR mag release. Just the same, works the exact same way as the AR rifle. So, and you can see here along the side, the same as the other side, okay? Now here, when you disassemble this, you take this off as well. And when you take it off, you're able to go inside, disassemble it, clean it, just like what the manual shows you, okay? Now, let's go ahead and talk about the top part here. As we alluded to earlier, you have the Picatinny rails across the top. Now, you may say, why does a shotgun have sights on it? Yes, it automatically has, it comes with front and rear sights. Now, just to be perfect with your aim, or better with your aim, I should say, and also for safety reasons, you would want to have this sights because you're responsible for every single pellet that comes out of this weapon system here. So we want to make sure that you're as best as possible aiming and hitting what you want to hit, okay? The other thing that's crucial about it is that if you go to a gun range, and yes, I didn't know that at first, but when you go to a gun range, if you don't have sights on it, that gun range may not let you shoot that weapon there even as you're practicing in the gun range. So it's very important that you have sights on all your weapons, and some of them have them already, iron sights built in, but if this wasn't on here, then guess what? It wouldn't have wouldn't be able to use this at the gun range. So it's very important that you have sights. So that's the walk around of the gun that you will get soon as it comes in the box, okay? But now let's go ahead and go a little further here about the accessories and what I like to do. And all my weapon systems have similar situations. Why? Again, I want to be able to go from one to the other, smooth transition without any problems at all whatsoever. So that's why I go ahead and do the same thing on all of them, okay? So here I have a 2-point, 1 and 2-point sling system here. And why I have that is so that one single point, it'll work, but it'll let the gun move and hit you up against the chest back and forth, and you swinging it out the way and it's still getting in the way, where this one allows you to control it more up against your body as you maneuver. So if you need to climb something and move something or work on something with your hands, you don't have to carry it around. The other thing is that even while you're maneuvering in your house, and if someone's coming in and you wanted to have it and you're checking the door, you have that extra additional benefit of this keeping it together. The other thing about this Magpul, and again, I'm not getting any sponsorship. It's not sponsorship. This is just based on my experience. You can move it, slide real quick by just a simple adjustment here. That's what I like about this here. So you can go from relaxed, tight, and up and ready. If it's too tight, just grab it and pull it down, and you're able to use it to make it work for you. Now, as also for quick release, you can see the M-LOK system. You can go ahead and put here. You can see how just push the button and it goes down, and you're able to pull it out and put it right back in. Just that simple, okay? That way you can maneuver this so you can break it down and go right into cleaning the weapon, okay? Now, moving further up here, you see here I have a foregrip. I like the vertical foregrip. Some people like to use their hands up here to maneuver the weapon, move it up here. When I say up here, is right there, so that you can maneuver the weapon, manage recoil, etc. Right? But sometimes this may get a little warm, where you're shooting so many rounds. The other thing is that here you have this foregrip, so you're able to maneuver it the same as well, and still manage recoil at the same time. What I like about this foregrip, and you see I got it mounted here, is when you put it down here, it turns into a bipod, as you can see there. And all you have to do is just put it right back in. Just grab it, push it in, and we're good to go again, okay? So again, this allows you the ability to really control the weapon, because believe you me, just even though I don't deal with the specs and all of those things, it's still, after so long of holding anything, a brick after a while, guess what? Gets heavy. So we want to make sure that we have that extra control. Now here's my stream light here. Oh, I love the stream light. Works perfectly. And as you can see here, watch what, just by pressure. So I don't even have to touch this. I don't have to move the gun. I can just use my thumb, move it, and I can do different things with it just by doing that. So this is how, and I have it mounted on here because the clearance between here and here is not a lot of clearance because a lot of the action itself of this gun is right up in here, and not a lot of clearance between there and this exterior. And so when you're putting screws in there, you still have to have that slide and that mechanism to move, and you don't want anything blocking it or impeding its growth, its flow. So that's one of the reasons why we mounted it this way. Still safe, still wonderful, able to use it, okay? So those are the accessories so far, but let's go ahead and talk about the top accessory here. This red dot optic. Now this is red, green, or blue dot optic from Axion. Again, no sponsorship, but just want to make sure as I'm shooting slugs, I want to make sure I'm as accurate as I possibly can be. When I aim at something, I want it to hit that thing. So that's why we have this red dot optic. Some say just it's not necessary. It may not be. For my comfortability, for what I want to make sure that since I'm responsible for everything that comes out of this weapon system, I want to make sure that I have that extra protection, so I'm able to say, hey, that's what I aim for. That's what I'm trying to get at, okay? Now, you can also adjust it just like any other red dot optic. I haven't zeroed this in just yet, but guess what? We'll be doing that soon. So don't worry, just be patient with me. We'll definitely have that out and ready for us. Now, there's no other accessories that I'm adding to this. It's ready for me to use, just like this. It's ready for me to go. It's final. And this is what I'm gonna be using it here as self-defense protection. Wow, isn't she beautiful? Power, but also safety.